My sister raised her glass at the dinner table like she was making some royal announcement, her smile too sweet to be real, too polished to trust. The kind of smile someone wears right before they aim the knife. And then she said it, so casually, so effortlessly cruel. Maybe if you actually tried harder, you wouldn't still be stuck in the same place. The whole room froze for a second. But she didn't. She just laughed lightly. The kind of laugh that tells you the insult wasn't a slip of the tongue. It was intentional, practiced, delivered with precision. My parents didn't defend me. They didn't even hesitate. They let out a soft laugh too, like they had been waiting for someone to finally say what they'd been thinking. That laugh didn't echo in the room. It echoed inside me. I stared at my hands on the table, rough, scarred, stained from engine oil that never really washed off no matter how hard I scrubbed. Those hands had paid her tuition. Those hands had kept our lights on, kept the landlord from knocking, kept our family from falling apart. I had worked 2 jobs, sometimes 3, just so she could chase her dreams without lifting a single burden. But to her, those hands looked like the hands of a failure. That night, something shifted in me. Not all at once. Not like a dramatic explosion. More like a slow cracking of glass, soft, delicate, but final. I didn't respond. I didn't defend myself. I didn't mention the nights I walked home in the cold because I couldn't afford the bus. Or the times I skipped meals so she could buy the books she needed. Or the day I sold my bike, my one escape, so she could pay her college deposit. They didn't deserve to hear it. They didn't deserve explanations they'd only twist into weaknesses. Dinner moved on like nothing happened, like they hadn't dismissed my entire existence in a single moment. But I stayed silent, my mind drifting through years of memories, years of sacrifice disguised as love. When I finally went home, I lay on my old mattress, feeling the springs press through the fabric, and realized how much of my life I had given away. I had been holding up a family who didn't even recognize the weight I carried. They didn't see the exhaustion in my eyes, the pain in my back, the dreams I had buried so they could build theirs. That night, for the first time, I asked myself a question I had never dared to ask. What if everything I did for them meant nothing to them? What if loyalty meant nothing without appreciation? I couldn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I heard her laugh again, sharp and mocking. And then, underneath that, I heard the echo of every moment I'd been dismissed, ignored, taken for granted. The time they forgot my birthday but expected me to fund hers. The time Dad told me a real man doesn't complain even when I was barely holding myself together. The time Mom told me I was just tired when I was actually breaking. And the time my sister told her friends she succeeded all on her own. All those moments hit me at once, like a wave I had been holding back for years. And for the first time, I didn't push it down. I let myself feel it, the betrayal, the exhaustion, the loneliness of being the reliable one in a family that only reached for me when they wanted something. I finally understood that I had been pouring love into people who only saw me as the family safety net, not a human being with my own dreams and limits. The next morning, I woke up feeling different. Not stronger yet. Just aware. Aware of how small I had made myself to keep everyone else comfortable. Aware of how much of my life I had wasted waiting for their approval. Aware of how badly I needed to walk away. But walking away isn't easy when your whole identity has been shaped around saving others. So I started small. I stopped answering every call the second my phone rang. I stopped handing over money with a forced smile. I stopped pretending I was okay. I went to work and stayed late, not because I needed the money, but because I needed space to think. I started imagining a life where I wasn't just the background character in a story centered around everyone else. A life where I had dreams again. Where I wasn't defined by sacrifice. My coworkers noticed I looked tired, but they didn't know I was rebuilding myself from the inside out. I spent nights walking around the city, letting the cold air clear my head. And each night, I found myself feeling a little lighter, a little closer to the person I could be if I stopped shrinking myself. Weeks passed. And one evening, my mom called. Not to ask how I was, but to remind me of a bill that was due, one that wasn't even mine. That was the moment something inside me finally snapped in a way that felt free.